Yeah, it's a loaded question. I've seen different different results and different layouts for all different types of searches. Sometimes paid ads are above the generative experience, and we have different generative search states. So it's like an opt-in state where you have to click the button generate to even see a result, or I forget what the other one's called, but it's kind of like a little expand box, a collapse box, I think is what it's called, where you have to expand that. And the way ads have been integrated in are either above the generative results or below. I don't anticipate that will stay like that for long. I think that's likely why Google hasn't released generative search to the public yet, is because I think they're still trying to figure out how to incorporate ads. Obviously, one of the, if not the biggest piece of how Google makes money is its ads business. So that is a key piece for them to figure out before they roll it out to the general public.
Yeah, and we're noticing just interesting things, I'll say. So, comparing Google's SERP today to the generative experience, we'll see queries that don't have ads in one versus the other start to surface them. We're also seeing that the traditional way that you might think about bidding on terms, or certain terms you might bid on with great success today, might not give as much return on investment with the generative SERP. So I hate to say it again, but we have to see with time where this lands, but just continue to be aware of what's performing as time changes. So weekly data, I would say, at least, if not daily, and then be open to making some changes and experiment a little bit.
Yeah,
absolutely. What kind of, so go ahead.
No, we got a question kind of on this topic, so wanted to bring that in. Andrew, he's asked, with much of the viewership being on a mobile device, how does SGE look for those who are using DLA and PMAX marketing? Will SGE include these marketing pieces in the top results? Not to say it again, but it depends. I've seen VLA operate like normal with a generative search below it. I've also seen it nested below. I think the way, this is me hypothesizing again, but I think that the way Google is going with Performance Max, and that being kind of a foundational campaign for most advertisers, it wouldn't shock me if Performance Max is somehow incorporated into a generative result. Haven't seen that yet, but since Performance Max includes all different types of assets, video, graphics, logos, headlines, descriptions, text, whatever, everything, it could be very dynamic and easily incorporated into all different types of generative experiences. Same thing with vehicle listing ads. Obviously, that's specific to automotive, but it's kind of the equivalent of a shopping ad for non-automotive clients, where those could easily be incorporated into a generative search experience where it shows, if somebody's searching for a 2024 Ford Explorer near me, it could have an organic setup of all the Ford Explorers near them. And then it could also have VLA kind of populating as well. So wouldn't surprise me if that at some point becomes incorporated. I don't know anything about development, but my guess is that's a coder's nightmare and is probably really, really difficult to figure out from an AI standpoint, is how to build in ads. But that I do think that that's coming.